Iran has denounced the new sanctions imposed by the United States on Iranian interests linked to the country's ballistic missile program. Well, this is a move that came on the day that President Obama described a nuclear deal with Iran as a victory for what he called smart diplomacy. He had been urging Iranians to make the most of a new relationship with the West after previous international sanctions against Iran were lifted. With me is Amir Paiva from the BBC's Persian service. What are these new sanctions all about then, Amir?
These new sanctions are completely different from those lifted yesterday and the day before. These are specifically targeting individuals and companies that have helped Iran develop its missile program. There are Iranian, there are firms and people in China, United Arab Emirates and Hong Kong. So these are 11 individuals and companies specifically to do with the missile program, not to do with the economy or the sectors which already enjoy sanctions relief thanks to the Iran nuclear deal.
But how's it being played then, these new sanctions in Iran? What's the reaction to it been?
Well, of course, the Iranian Foreign Ministry has put out a statement saying they are disappointed that these sanctions are illegal. Technically, they are not a part of the nuclear deal. So they will not violate the deal between Iran and world powers. What will happen probably, hardliners will take these as an excuse to go back to the Iranian moderate president and say, look, you just struck a deal with the Americans, and what did they do? They slapped you with new sanctions. It will give them some pretext to be more critical of President Rouhani and his policy of détente.
In terms of the lives of ordinary people, which are pretty tough in Iran, what are the expectations of what's going to happen now that the sanctions have been lifted? Are they quite high?
Lucy, expectations are really high in Iran, and President Rouhani will have a very difficult task of managing those expectations. Some people think their lives will change overnight. They will not. There will be some impact of these sanction relief which people will feel immediately, but most of the implications will come over time. But the good thing about the sanctions relief for President Rouhani from a political point of view is that this happened a month before his allies are going into a parliamentary elections in Iran.
And President Obama called it smart diplomacy. It is one of those deals that still must seem to you, Amir, that is being celebrated amongst all of those who are involved. Like it's worked, it's happened.
Absolutely, against all the odds. Inside Iran, inside the United States, in the region, and now Iran and the world powers are trying to portray this as a pattern, as a model to use to resolve more conflicts in the region, namely that of fighting ISIS or Syria and so on and so forth.